Okay, so far, our name is Kathy Rain. Something happened, or it is currently in the game 1995.
Ella R
There
underscore
we
H would
go.
like their name on the board.
There we go. You did it, Ella. I'm so proud of you. So proud. One of these times I'm gonna put Nar. Remember when we called you Amy for a while? You should put that in the quartz queue for memories. Okay, there is an ad break coming in 3 minutes. Hopefully I can summarize before we go to ads. So we're Kathy Rain in 1995. Her grandfather had an incident in 1981. Welcome in. Welcome, Ella's officially here. So something happened to Grandpa. I think it put him in a wheelchair. We came to his funeral, and now we're thinking something fishy went on. There are 3 light orbs, and when you see them, it means that you're kind of hallucinating, and it means you're on the edge of hell and earth. Okay, that's what we found out. Pay attention, Ella, because this is new to you too. Stop it. Stop it. Pay attention. Um, it drives you crazy, right? There's like a hallucinogenic flower that you smell, you see the orbs, and then you go crazy and or unalive yourself. Lily Myers was a teenager in town. She saw the orbs, unalived herself. We found out yesterday. Oh my gosh, Ella. We found out yesterday that Lily's brother Nathan unalived her because she asked him to, and he said, "No, I don't want to," but he's mentally ill. And she said, "I'm gonna tell mom that you're in trouble if you don't." So he did it even though he didn't want to. Then he says, "Well, I can still talk to her." And he took us to the lights and was like, "These are fun." And we're like, "No, get away."
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Can I tell the story? Can I tell the story? I'm gonna snooze this ad because it's taking a while. Oh man. So anyway, um, there's this man in red who is apparently like a Grim Reaper. And he has been appearing to us in dreams and randomly. So
2,000
oh
years
my
later.
gosh, Ella, I'm about to mute you. I'm gonna mute you. No. So then keeping you distracted for some reason. There's a man in red. We found out that the local pastor is doing God's work with these lights, and he's thinking he's taking souls to Jesus. So what he did was our roommate from college came to try and help us. She went to go talk to him. She ended up catatonic. Now we're trying to figure out how to help her. And our grandpa's crazy friend told us that we need to find the source of the lights. So right now, we're in the woods. We've followed a trail of getting colder and colder. We had to get a thermometer, follow the temperature, getting colder. Now we were standing in front of an abyss, like a big old hole in the ground, with the hallucinogenic flowers everywhere. The red man, the crimson one, showed up and was like, "If you want to help your roommate, you got to go down there." So we went down the hole, and now we're back at our grandma's house, but everything is different. It's all like cobwebby and thorns and nightmare. So we have one more day to go, and yeah, we're gonna finish it up today. Any questions? It's a lot of info, but it's because we're at the end of the game. Any info. Ernie Earnfur. And then I'm also going to open up QuartzStream just to have in the back because I love her. Okay, cool. Yeah, we went down a large hole. Are we ready to hop in? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I am going to add TikTok as well. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm going to add TikTok as well right away this time, just because there's a few people that enjoy watching on TikTok that are really into Kathy Rain right now as well. So we'll let that load in. We'll change to main game. All right, see you soon. Welcome in, Kaya. How are you? You know I can just make that your walk-on, so you don't have to save up points. I arrived! It always puts the music high and the speech low. I don't know what's up with that. Alright, you missed the recap, Kaya. But basically, we're in a large abyss, a giant hole in the ground, and this is our new reality. Grandma's house.
The door is sealed by 2 thick chains attached with padlocks.
Very specific.
Gears are moving behind the window. Am I inside some huge, bizarre machine? The paintings resemble TV static. Guess the reception down here isn't too good.
How's everybody's day, by the way? How we doing? It changed it again. I kind of have a headache, but I took some Tylenol, so I hope that helps. Sign in?
Looks like Grandpa and Eileen have both signed already. Looks like Grandpa...
Do we sign in? Or do we only sign in when we go crazy?
Look what I got. I got a jar
There was a
of
pen
that.
hidden
I got a
inside.
jar of that.
There was a pen hidden inside the
Jar of
lamp?
that.
Well, we might as well sign in then. Welcome in, Betty Brat.
Looks like Grandpa...
Welcome in. I don't know why, but we signed in.
What the...
Wow. First chatter is extremely crass and obnoxious in TikTok? That's fun. Wow. That was disgusting. Thanks for that. Random crazy person. TikTok is a wild place. Ugh, what the heck is that? People are crazy. Anyway, sorry. People are crazy.
You're not supposed to be here. Who are you? You look just like me. I should ask you the same thing, imposter.
Wait, what?
Do you like what we did to Mom? Don't you just want to kill her sometimes? I know I do.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, first of all, I have to do a couple things, so don't hate me. Like, move my camera. Secondly, I need to talk to you. I have arrived. Yuck, I woke up with a headache this morning. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't wake up with one, but it came very quickly after waking up.
Batty Brat 0823 would like a daily gem.
Sure, sure.
Zombie Rocket says hello to
Hi,
Quartz and the
Otter.
gems.
How are you? Batty, you got blue lace-agate. Find your calm. Pretty. It does look like blue lace. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day. It's good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. Long story short, if you want to catch up on this game very, very quickly, we're in a nightmare version of our reality, and we have to face ourselves and pass these tests to figure out why everybody's going crazy. Batty has been mean to me all morning. That's why I'm crocheting. It's a stress relief to me now. What's going on over there, guys?
What the hell are you talking about? You don't know anything, do you? Now, I'd love to stay and chat, doppelganger, but I have more important things to do. Ta-ta.
Okay. We didn't check the phone, so I want to do that first. I have not. Rude. Otter, what are you talking about?
No dial tone.
No dial tone. Alright. I guess we're going in the elevator. I may be over-exaggerated just a wee bit. She's here to call you out. Oh, 3, 2, or 1? Let's go to 2. Because I'm guessing this is 1. Interesting.
That thing looks alive.
Great. It is just a little bit loud. Is someone willing to share the live with Ash?
More gears grinding away. Something about them makes me uneasy.
On TikTok, she would probably want to watch.
I don't even want to think about what happened there.
Yeah, let's not. Is there nothing we can do? What is this, a bar?
A
Oh,
jukebox.
it's Black Hats. The local bar in town. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Mom? You're here?
Our mom was crazy. She said her mom went crazy, so she ended up in a mental hospital. So our mom was exposed to the orbs, and that's why she's crazy? Didn't even make him get out of bed. This morning, Russell did that. Game got grim. I love it. It really did, though.
Mom, can you hear me?
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get you out of here.
Oh my gosh.
It's too tough. I might need something sharp to get it open.
This is wild. Oh my gosh.
More gear. A jukebox.
I guess we have to go to the 3rd floor. Huh? What? Uh-oh. I have a feeling that's gonna fall through one of these times.
More gears. Nothing in this place appears to be tuned. A small casket is placed in the middle of the cage. Looks like the crank is connected to a mechanism for raising the cage.
Okay. Yeah, Batty, are you enjoying it now? Are you
No
feeling
use.
it now,
The chain
Mr.
is broken.
Krabs?
I'll need to fix it first.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
The chain looks broken.
Batty Brat 0823 is here lurking.
Enjoy the lurk and the crocheting. That actually sounds so nice right now. Crocheting. All I have is a pen. How am I supposed to fix it? Okay.
Firmly grasp it!
I can't firmly grasp it. Am I missing something? Chained door, window. I don't think... Yeah, it won't let me go back up the elevator, escalator, whatever. Phone?
No dial tone.
Lamp.
A small desk lamp.
Why isn't her mom signed in? Or anyone else we know? Weird. Okay, what am I missing?
The door is sealed by 2 thick chains.
Okay, is there something I'm missing here? Go back to 2? You guys have any ideas? All I have is a pen. Use pen on floorboards. No? Okay. I don't know. Can I get her down, you think? Give Mom pen.
It's Mom! She's being held up against the wall by something sticky. I have to get her loose, somehow. Was she always here? Is this the cause of her illness?
That's what I'm wondering about.
There's some blood on this wall.
It says rip the wall.
It's too tough. I might need something sharp to get it.
Something sharp, like a pen?
Thank you very much, sir.
There was a scalpel
You're a
hidden
gentleman
inside
and a
the wall.
scholar.
Okay then.
Got it.
User, welcome in. How are you? We are playing a very dark game. It might be a little triggering. Just be aware.
There you go, Mom. Are you okay?
Yeah, just so you guys know, this
No!
has taken a very dark turn. This has taken a very dark turn. Oh my gosh, this has taken such a dark turn. I was not prepared.
I had no choice. I had to put you away. You started hurting yourself. You started hurting me.
Odder, the darker the better.
Oh, God. Get me out of this place.
Stop, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, she
There's a
said I
weird scarab
forgive
thing in there.
you. Yeah,
Got it.
dark.
There's also something here on the door itself.
I didn't realize how dark this was gonna get. Oh my gosh. Hopes in jar and inkier heart rule me nemesis. That's what something told us. Like one of the screens told us this. At a random moment.
Refrigerator magnets in the shape of Scrabble tiles. The score values are off, though.
Thank you.
I remember because the game I played the other day.
Dandelion. Must be
Tassel
led
Divine
from the
Pro
city.
just cheered 6
Your
bits.
heart.
Tater, thank you
Rule me
for the
nemesis.
6 bits. I appreciate
Not sure what
you.
to make of it all.
Linz, how you doing today? Tater, let me get you on the board. Is your favorite color purple? You're blue on purple apps, so maybe it's blue. I'll remember eventually. Hopes in jar, an inkier heart, rule me nemesis. Actually, let me take a picture of that.
Nothing else in there.
Okay, let me look though. Hey,
Zombie
Otter!
Rocket would like
What's
their
your
name
favorite
on the
color?
board.
When is your birthday? Saw your extravaganza B-Day match post. August 5th. I'm really excited. I'm not going to celebrate on the 5th. It's going to be the 15th to the 17th, like a 3-day thing. Because I get to go to California and visit a friend starting on my birthday and going for a week. I'm really excited. But I hope you guys can make it to the Quartziversary. We're celebrating 1 year of streaming and my birthday all in one. Guys, I bought some silly hats. I'm really excited about it. And I'm doing some giveaways. We're gonna have some e-gift cards. So I hope you guys can make it. Twin daughter's birthday is August 16th. I've been hearing so many people saying their birthdays are in August. I was told to do that. Zombie, what's your favorite color? Purple and blue? Ooh, Tater. Tater, look at you. 7, welcome in. Okay, guys. For people just coming in, trigger warning. That's all I gotta say, trigger warning. We're playing Kathy Rain. It's a detective game, and man, it has just taken a twist for the worst. It is dark. I almost just cried 5 minutes ago. Okay, Tater. Tata. Tater, Tata. Also, guys, if you have 5,000 channel points, polish points, you can get your name on the board, !board on TikTok, or channel point redeem on purple. I don't remember how much. I put it over there. You can see how many points you have on TikTok by doing !score. Or send that daily heart me to make it easier. And then you'll get on the board that way. Bramble the Mountain King? No, I haven't. But I've played Fran Bow and Little Miss Fortune, and I'm talking that kind of dark.
2,000 years.
Shush,
later.
Kaya! Shush! Purple for Zombie Rocket. For Otter. I'll put you by Batty Brat, even though you guys are quarreling. Leos Unite. Let's go. Yeah, that is a dark game. Like, we literally... Oh my gosh. 7. Let me prepare you when I get off this screen.
Oh, yikes forever.
Yeah. We just unalived our mom. Because she went crazy and tried to unalive us. Yeah, Holly. I don't know if you're gonna like this game, Holly. It was fine until the ending here. So, trigger warning, just so you know. Ooh, that's really dark, Bramble. Ooh, that's really dark. Okay, I don't think we got that dark. But it is like... For legal reasons in the game, this game so far has had self-unaliving, siblings unaliving each other, and we just unalived our mom. So that kind of dark. It went something something dark side. Yeah.
No, God!
I know, Kaya.
No, God, please!
I know.
Hey,
No!
listen!
I know.
No! No!
I know. Right? So, trigger warning. If you are just coming in, let me catch you up as quickly as I possibly can. Yeah, Holly, I don't blame you. If you even want to mute or come back. Also, Holly, I'm so sad I missed your stream. I am so sad. I was up till 3 in the morning and I slept in. But man, I am so sad I missed your stream. Please let me know how it went. I really hope to be there tomorrow. Playing Death Stranding for the 20th time. What is that game? You do, Otter? Batty Brat wasn't interested in this game until recently because it took a dark turn. She's so sad, Holly. I'm so sad. You're all good. I know sleep schedules are super hard. Yeah. And guys, talking about being so sad, I was doom scrolling to, like, before I go to sleep like I always do. I know, I miss you. I was doom scrolling like I do, and I came across a very sad TikTok that had me crying for, I kid you not, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it, and that's why I was up till 3 in the morning. TikTok did me dirty. Norman Reedus is the main character. Walking simulator is what it's commonly considered. Oh, sure. Do you know, can you give me a quick premise? I know! I was falling asleep back and forth in Holly's stream, so I probably missed half of it. Was it good though? Tell me about it. What one of the games she likes is Doki Doki? What, Otter? That may just be because Jacksepticeye, is that what it's called? Played on YouTube. One of the games she likes is Doki Doki. What is that? You gave away Dreamlight Valley. Alexis's friend Joe won. That's awesome. Yay. Remind me what's on the agenda for tomorrow's stream. Okay, sorry guys. Quick recap for everyone. I'll be as brief as possible. There's 3 crazy orbs that are like in between Earth and Hell, apparently. There's a Grim Reaper. Our friend is in danger. We went down into this abyss. We're in a nightmare version of our world. We're trying to find the source of these lights and get rid of it because it keeps driving people crazy and or unaliving them, including our grandpa and apparently our mom, which we just found her down here. And in reality, she's crazy and in a mental institute, and now we're thinking it's because she was exposed to these orbs and this craziness. All of this has been orchestrated by the church in town, which I find extremely disturbing. And they say that they serve an underworld god. It's intense. So, if that's not your cup of tea, I totally get it. I usually do cozy chaos.
Oh, you must like
It went
me.
from fun little detective game, haha, funny, we're tasing people, this is hilarious, to dark. So, yeah. Tater, thank you for the heart meat, by the way. And thank you guys for the taps. Tomorrow's supposed to be Tales of the Shire, but it doesn't drop till 8 a.m. Oh, boo. Yeah, that's a turn for real. For real. It's a big turn. It was like, hey, there's a bum in jail, and he's gonna distract this guy for us. Oh, look, his name's Goober. Ha ha ha. And, like, now it's this. So, fair warning. You carry packages to multiple locations. Rainfall damages packages and can unalive you. Not our grandpa. I know, user. I know that's triggering. If you have to step away, I totally understand. However, right now, there's nothing recently that's been about our grandpa, but it might show up. Like, the game started with our grandpa's funeral. So, if it's triggering for you, I totally understand if you have to go. Okay. Just know. Just know. Goober the actor. Yes, it was Goober the actor. Who starred in things like Silence of Lambert. And Jacob's Bladder. It's called Timefall because it speeds up time, making everything it touches decay. That sounds good and crazy. Whoa, what's that called again? The Rain is called Timefall. At least Grandpa had a funeral, and he was loved. And yeah, your poor grandpa didn't have a funeral. And he was loved, and she loved him, and she says he was a really great grandpa, so that's nice. The Rain, is that what it's called? Yeah, see, oh.
I don't even want to look.
Yeah, don't look. Don't look. I don't know why I said we should. So sorry. What's this? Ducky, this is Kathy Rain. trigger warning, okay? Trigger warning. There's a lot of unaliving in this game that can get dark. Hi, baby girl. Living the life over here in Mexico. I have a new family now, and I've forgotten all about you. I don't regret leaving you for a second since your mom was a... and I never loved you anyway. All the best, Dad. Okay, context. We don't know why our dad left. We are currently in a trial world that's very dark, and we have to pass tests of our worst fears. Okay? This is her worst fear. This isn't reality. None of this is real right now. We're like in a crazy reality realm. Yeah, 7, that sounds good. All the best. Dad is wild. You're right. Massive crazy. See, there's alternate universe us.
You killed Mom. That wasn't Mom. It was some kind of monster. We're all monsters to you, aren't we? Kill her, Dad.
Excuse me, I'm nervous.
It can't be. Who's your daddy now, bitch?
By the way, there are also swear words. I'm so sorry.
Stay away from me.
Any moment now.
What do you mean any moment now?
It's locked. I can't escape.
Very soon.
Ah! Do we have shrapnel?
Just for a...
Oh!
I have been angry with you for as long as I can remember. I've hated you more than words can say. I will never forgive you, Dad.
Sorry.
I'm done being angry. I'm done with letting you have an impact on my life.
I mean, you go, girl, but I'm sorry, that was really funny. Oh, it changed! This person in here, I think, is a hater. Who's your daddy now? Never expect cursing in games, right? Yeah, kind of, Otter.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
For real. But look, guys, we conquered our fears of our dad abandoning us, and it changed the postcard. Hello, daughter. I should have done this a long time ago. There are so many things I wish I could say to you. You have 2 brothers and a sister. They always ask about you. Their big sister in the USA. Leaving you was the biggest mistake I ever made. Please forgive me, Dad. Hang on. I think I have a, hang on. Aww. That's so nice. Sir, don't send a postcard. Get on a plane. You're right, Holly. You're right. You so right. But yeah, that was alternate universe, Dad. But hey, she's moved on past it. Let's go. All we know about this alternate reality is we have to pass 3 tests to get out. And that was the first one. The second one is this alternate us that's being mean to ourselves. Which I think she went in here. Okay, at least Mom's gone.
Where did that thing go?
We just unalived our mom because she turned into a monster.
Nothing else in there.
Okay.
Nothing else in there.
Well, then we'll just leave. At least she's gone. The way this game is going, though, the plane would crash. Huh? Okay. Wait, what is this? Heart scarab?
It's the red scarab I found in the refrigerator. When I shake it, I can hear something moving inside.
Have GG's, gonna make some deliveries. Have a good one, 7.
It
Thanks
has
for
a hard
hopping in.
shell. I'll need something heavy to break it.
Something heavy? Okay. We are always our worst enemy and critic. We're going to be our own BBG. BBG? What's that? Plane crash, because I said, oh, you said the dad should get on a plane, and the way this game's going, the plane would crash. Mm. Hmm. Nothing in here. Maybe there's something new on the first floor. Something heavy to fall on it? Like this? I can't open it with the pen?
I don't see how those things work together.
I don't either, but you never know, dude. Can I use the pen on here?
I don't see how...
Okay, fine. Big bad guy? Oh. Yes, that is true. Okay, then what could it be? I know, so something that could fall on it that's big and heavy is that chain with the...
That thing looks...
with the cage, but I don't know how to fix the broken chain.
I didn't hear an impact. Does it even have a bottom?
That's creepy. It says drop something heavy on the thing, and then we have a...
A jukebox.
Can we drop the jukebox on it?
That combination...
Shush! It makes sense. What did the magnet say again? Miss Rubber Ducky. Ducky, did you come over to Purple Side? Is that you?
Nothing else. That action doesn't...
We'll just like slam it.
I don't see...
Just slam it on something, on a door. Use a door to slam it. Hopes in jar, an inkier heart, rule me nemesis.
Refrigerator magnets in the shape of Scrabble tiles. The score values
I
are off,
did!
though.
Yay, Ducky!
I remember because of the game I played with
Thank
E the
you,
other
friend.
day. Hopes in jar, an inkier heart, rule me nemesis. Not sure what to make of it all.
Well, the heart, an inkier heart. Our heart is here.
That combination...
Ink, heart.
It has a hard shell. I'll need something heavy to break it. It's the red scarab I found in...
Okay. I still don't know what to do yet. Yeah, the haiku is definitely a clue. It's a high clue. Get it?
I don't even want to...
Get it? What if... Can I, like, knock the skull down?
That combination makes no sense.
No? Can I drink? Because we need one. Inkheart is a good book. Movie stinks compared to it. Good, Otter, because that's what I'm here for. I guess we'll check on the chain again. But I have no clue how to fix it. I don't like how small this casket
The
is.
chain looks broken there.
Let's try everything.
That combination...
Shush, we're trying everything.
I don't see...
Okay, fine. Crank?
Looks like the crank is connected to a mechanism.
What if we put...
It's an old-fashioned...
What if we put this on
That
the crank? What if we put this on
That
the
combination...
crank? Girl, just pull it. Reach up and pull down. How hard could it be?
A small... That
Casket.
action doesn't seem... That action...
Shush.
More gear.
Firmly grasp it!
I know. Firmly grasp it, girl. There's literally nothing else to do. Casket. Chain. Crank.
The chain looks broken there. No use. The chain is broken. I'll need to fix it first.
Okay, but how?
It's fairly sharp. Might have some other uses apart from writing. It has a hard shell.
There's nothing else to click on. This game, I swear, it does leave me questioning what to do a lot of times. We've had to Google stuff like 4 times. Lamp, book, phone. Can I hit it with the book?
I don't see how those...
Why not? Something over here?
That combination make...
It makes sense to me. I'm trying everything, guys. If you have an idea, please share.
That action does... That combination...
Shh.
That action...
Can't you, like,
I
pick
don't...
the lock with the pen? Pen on book?
I've signed it already.
Pen on phone? You never know.
I don't see how...
Ah, you never know. Okay.
Gears are moving behind the window.
Padlock?
There are 2 padlocks here. One requires a key, the other is a combination lock.
Oh. Oh, code is near? Do you think N-E-A-R? Do you think it's like, well, it can't be the number in the alphabetical order, right? Because that would be multiple. Ooh, you know what? I bet you it's one of these numbers in the book. Sounds good, Holly. I bet it's one of these, right? Near. What if it's like N... Wait, no. Let's try 1628. Maybe? Thank you, Ducky. I appreciate you. What did I say? 1628? Code is near. 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 Also, guys, I am on my like Quartziversary bash. I am gonna give away a free sub to somebody, so make sure you show up. I'm giving away e-gift cards and free subs. It'll be August 15, 16, and 17, and it'll be nighttime, 8 p.m. Central. So I hope you guys come. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I got crazy hats. We're gonna have a good time. What do you guys think? It could be like any combination of these things. Near. 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 Code is near.
Rubber Ducky is here lurking.
Enjoy the lurk. The numbers are the letters on the phone? You think? That's a good idea.
No dial tone.
No dial
Oh,
tone. But
you
it
must
could be...
like me.
Thank you for the likes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 7, something like that? 5, 2, 1, 7? Thought it was an emoji. I do have an emote that's like a little sliding in thing, but I think you have to be a sub. What did I say? 5, 2, 1, 7. That's a good idea, though. But it doesn't show me the phone, so I'm guessing that's not it. It's near. Let's try 1608. Let me take a picture of this so I don't have to keep coming back. I like the puzzles in this game, but sometimes they're a little too puzzly. Why do you say 6327? Oh, would that be the phone? 1608 2809. What if it's like 0816? Oh, Otter said it. 6 3 2 7. No, but that was a good idea. Because that's what it would be on a phone. The numbers with the letters on each number. 2809 we can try. Or vice versa. 0928. Ah! I'm at 29. Oh man. So we have, let me type these in chat for you guys so we don't have to keep going back and forth. So there's 1608 1981, 2809 1995, 2909 1995, and then it's Grandpa, then Eileen, and then me in game. And it says it's near. Last time we did a puzzle and it said it was near, it was like physically near our name. What if it's... Let's try 160995. Oops. $16.09. Go to the fridge. Oh, there were numbers on the letters. Okay. Okay, okay. Numbers on the letters. You got it. Nice. Oh, wait. I don't have to go. I have it on my phone. Let's go back to 1. Hopes in jar and ink your heart. Rule me nemesis. Okay, N is 3. Somebody write this down as I say it, please. N is 3. E is 2. A is 1. R is 5. 3, 2, 1, 5. Thank you. 3, 2, 1, 5. Thank you, Batty Brat. Yay, we did it.
The door is sealed with a thick chain attached.
What? Oh, now we still have to
padlock
do...
remains, but it needs a key.
But hey, we can pick up the lock and
This
chain.
padlock might be useful.
Oh. We can use it to fix the thingy.
I don't think
What do you mean, I don't think?
I need to use the chain itself for anything right now.
To fix the chain? Or are we going to use the padlock to fix the chain? Yeah, the Scrabble letters. That's what it is. Yeah, I took a picture of the fridge magnets on my phone, so I was looking at it on my phone. Thanks for the taps on TikTok. We are halfway to our dance party at 5K, guys.
That should work.
Okay, okay. Operate the crank. I'm scared about this casket, not gonna lie.
Doesn't open, but I can see a keyhole.
Okay. Can I drop this?
That action doesn't seem...
Can I drop this on this? Yep, and then crack it open. Yeah, me too, Ducky. We did have a journal, but they put us down here, and now we don't have a journal. So, they took it. Found the key. Now, key on casket? Or is it going to be the chain downstairs? Oh. Nathan!
Do you see?
I don't want to see.
Uh-oh. Trigger. Trigger warning.
Do you see?
Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
Yes, kid, I see.
Do you know who I am now?
I don't like this. I want to go home.
You'll never go home. We won't let
Trigger
you.
warning. Trigger warning. Trigger
When
warning.
you threw me away, this place took me in, nurtured me. Do you regret what you did?
So she had a child and she gave him away? I thought she was getting like an abortion. But he was like a kid. Or is this still an abortion but the kid is a little older than a baby? What is he doing with the forceps? I don't like it.
I don't know.
Even now you try to run from the truth. Answer me!
I just feel sadness. I took away a part of me, eliminating a possible future. Decisions like that can be overwhelming and sad, but they're a part of life. You're just here to test me.
Trigger
to try
warning,
and
user.
break me.
Oh, those were scissors?
Good. The heart must be pure. This is a fleeting moment, but I've seen what comes ahead.
Who are you?
I was just gonna say
The
that.
dweller in the lake, the conduit.
Lily?
Lily?
I feel like I know her, but something cracks inside.
I don't understand any of this. What do you want from me?
Only what you want from yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. We are nearing the end.
Right, Tater?
He's ready to see you now.
Yeah, I could
Who is?
understand that.
You know who, Kathy.
Yeah. Sensitive topic. So apparently she had an abortion, and now she just had to face the child that she lost. Oh my gosh, this game got so deep. So fast. I did not see that coming. Man. And that was the little boy that we saw at the cemetery at the beginning. And that was the little boy that we saw in a dream with the red man. And I thought it was Nathan as a kid. but it definitely wasn't. Oh my goodness sakes, that is very sad. Oh wait, we have a key, so we have to go to the chain. Oh, that's so sad. But we passed 2 tests, guys. I think there's 1 test left. Is this Grandma?
Damn, it's locked. I don't see a keyhole. It must be bolted from the other side.
What are you talking about? We just unlocked it!
Okay, now what to do with the actual chain? That combination may...
Okay.
Maybe I should figure out what I want to attach to the other end before trying to extend the chain.
What do I want to attach to the other end?
I don't need to lock...
What do I want? What should I attach to the other end? I'm gonna look at the thing. Hopes in jar and inkier heart rule me nemesis. Hopes in jar and inkier heart rule me nemesis. Something to attach to the chain?
I don't even want to think.
Let's go in here and look again. I'm gonna turn the volume down just a little bit. Okay. And let's save real quick.
Nothing else.
Nothing in here. I don't think I could pick up the casket. But I can try. Man, my headache's not going away. I might need to go take some ibuprofen.
It looks like Lily's painting from the cabin. That action does... The gears have suddenly stopped turning. Looks like the crank is connected to a mechanism for raising the cable. The casket is empty now.
And the gears stopped turning. Well, let's put it back down. I don't know why, but we'll do that.
I did that already.
Anyone have ideas? The gears outside stopped turning. That's kind of wild. But the gears in here are.
Gears are moving behind the window. No use. Both chains have been removed from the door.
Loose chain. Loose chain. Elevator? Wait, what?
No use. I'll need something.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
All right, we should be good to go.
That's one way to do it. Uh-oh, it's us again.
You have ruined everything.
Welcome back, Holly.
Why do you hate us so much? What did we ever do to you?
The mirror routine is getting tiring. You're persistent, I'll give you that. You again, I'm getting sick of your ish.
This mirror routine is getting tiring. And I'm not afraid anymore. I see you for what you are. You are nothing but a fearful little child, and there's nowhere left for you to hide.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of my way.
Yeah. Tell him, Ashley Simpson.
No! You look a bit pale.
Hey.
No, I'm the original. I am. This can't be happening.
Voice acting in this game is A+, I will say.
I'm speechless. That's a first.
She's like, bye, went up the escalator. Does she not look like Ashley Simpson?
No, it can't be. Grandpa!
It's so good to see you, Kathy.
What?
Is it really you? You've been here for all this time?
It hasn't been that long from my point of view.
You look exactly the same. You haven't aged at all. But how is this even possible? You're dead. We buried you.
You don't have to worry about that now, Kathy.
Hey, Mariah, welcome in.
I've missed you, Grandpa. I wanted to come back so many times.
I know you did. I've been watching you every step of the way.
Oh.
I found out how you tried to get me back from Mom and everything.
Yeah,
I just
user,
wanted you
if
to
you're
be
triggered,
safe.
you can leave.
I wanted what's
It's
best
okay.
for you.
Can I get you out of here somehow? I don't know how all this works.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I chose to remain here, so we could meet one
Oh.
But I just got you back. I can't bear to lose you again.
last time. You don't need me, Kathy. You never did. You're stronger than you'll ever know.
I know, user, I'm so
proud of the
sorry.
woman that you've become.
This is so unfair. This fucking sucks.
I'm so sorry, user.
I know.
But why are you here then? Is it just another test?
I know, dear
No,
Lord.
The tests are over, Kathy. I'm breaking all the rules just by being
Maggie,
here.
this is called Kathy Rain.
We have worked so hard to make this happen.
Has no
Yeah, I like the
intention
old
of
school
letting your
graphics
friend
too.
go. The only way to save her is to destroy this place.
What do I have to do?
You have to finish what I started. Ascend and burn them all.
Yes, the red ones above feed this place.
Maggie, have you played like
Make
Nancy
them
Drew
lick the
games?
flames.
Right, Ducky?
Hurry, now
Kaya, you're
before he
okay.
sees us.
Wait! Don't go! I need to go back up.
Yeah.
I need to get out of here.
I like mysteries too. This has been a really good game, but man, it took a turn and got dark. Man, it got dark. I didn't see this coming at all. Wait, TV? Am I supposed to... The red man. Bye. The red man's like the Grim Reaper. By the way, this is the ending, so if you guys don't want the ending spoiled,
Ugh, my head.
Now's your
It's like
chance.
the worst hangover ever. I need to stay focused. Burn them all, Kathy. Burn them all.
we got our stuff back. These flowers are hallucinogenic, and they're causing a lot of chaos.
It's too humid. The lighter alone won't be able to ignite them.
Oh, come on. How about a cigarettes? I got the achievement hooked on Corley's. Because I decided to smoke.
I don't see how those things...
Were there any trigger warnings on this game? If there were, I didn't look. So here's how I found this game. I share a family, Steam collection of games with my brothers. So like I have access to all the games they bought too. So I was just going through the list of games and I saw this and I looked up the trailer and I was like, oh, this looks so good. And it is, okay? It is so good. But man, I did not realize how intense it is. I had no idea it was going to be this intense. What if I, like, take the pages and light them on fire and spread them around? No?
No use. I'll need some kind of kindling.
Yeah, kindling. Kindling.
That combination. I don't see.
Kindling. Accelerator? Oh, paint thinner is flammable?
That should be enough.
I didn't know that. Also, we might go to jail because these flowers are endangered and we're technically not supposed to touch them.
Major forest fire raging in Cromwell Woods.
Oh, there's a fire in the background too.
But the latest reports say that the fire has been successfully contained.
Dang, we set the whole forest on fire.
Ample water for the dousing efforts. Over to you, Mark.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right.
You're back. We were worried about you.
Oh, thank God it actually worked. Are you okay, E?
I think so, but
Are you okay, E?
Different.
Feel a bit different?
Yeah, you were out for a long time. Do you remember?
She was
anything?
catatonic when we left her.
Isaac drugged me. I started feeling dizzy and weak. He carried me into the woods. I remember hearing the wind in the leaves and the biting cold. There was a weird, sharp smell in the air, too. I'm not sure what happened next. Things are a bit blurry, but I had a strange dream with a shimmering girl watching over me.
Really?
It felt like she kept me safe somehow. Then
Wait,
I woke
burning
up
it
on
would
this
make
couch.
everyone hallucinate,
It
right?
must have been your guardian angel.
Yeah, you would think.
I think so, too.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Smelling it?
Things looked scary there for a bit.
Yeah, Mary Elizabeth told me what happened, how you found me and got Isaac arrested.
Yes, about that poor man. The sheriff called. Something happened while you were away.
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
Welcome home, son.
Oh, hang on. That was so dark. I needed a pause.
We stopped him from hurting any more people.
Right, Holly?
So, I guess this really is goodbye.
That's our
A
grandpa's
stupid
grave.
part of me thought that if I would find the truth, I could be close to him again.
It's not stupid. We all look for love in the strangest of places. It's an inseparable part of human nature.
Jeez, when did you become so philosophical, E?
I told you, I feel different.
Yeah, me too.
Do you think any of it was real?
I don't know, E, but I hope we managed to stop it, once and for all. You know, despite everything, I think we made a half-decent team.
Really? You do?
Well, except for the part where you got yourself kidnapped. Try not to do that next time, okay?
Wait, there'll be a next time?
Finished. Wow. Wow. Missed the end. Phone call. Okay. Tater, are you in ads? Or do you have a subby? Wow. Ariel Siegel. W voice acting.
Topher_ said I would like a daily gem.
Tova, welcome in. Oh my gosh, Tova, we just finished the game. Kathy Rain.
Topher_ said I says hello to Quartz and the gems.
Alright, can you hear me, Tofa, or are you in ads? Yeah, Kaya says hugs to anyone who got triggered. Seriously, guys, hugs to anyone that got triggered. I'm so sorry about that. Did not realize. Okay, Tater. So when ad break ends in 10 seconds, I will tell you guys how it ended. Man. What a game! Oh, okay, cool. Well, Tofa, if you want to play the game, I recommend you don't listen to the next few minutes because I'm gonna spoil the ending. Fair warning. So, Tater, you said you were listening to the boy talking, and then you had to go. You did? Fair warning, Tova, it got seriously dark. The last day, so there's 5 days. Day 5 was very dark. Just so you know, like talking about abortion, self-unaliving, other unaliving, just so you know. Yeah, check back in 10. Okay, so after we talked to the little boy, we basically said we're sorry, and then Lily showed up and took him away. Then we opened the door, faced our alternate self, and said, knock it off, and she left. Then we went into that living room, Grandma's living room, and Grandpa was there, and he was like, I'm so proud of you. I only stayed because I wanted to see you one more time, and he gave us hugs. Then Lily showed up and was like, you did it, you passed the test, and she was like, go now before he sees you. So then we hitchhiked out of there, up the escalator. We used the paint thinner and our lighter to burn all of the remaining flowers. And then we went back to Grandma's. Oh. Oh my. What a crazy little cameo at the end there. Oh my gosh, that's wild. That is so wild of them to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Okay, so then we burned it. The red man, the crimson one, the Grim Reaper, came into frame, looked at us, and then walked away. Which is implying that now that we know about the lights, we're next. That's wild! Plus, I think there's a sequel to this game. Anyway, since Tofa's coming back soon, I want to make sure to finish the ending. So, we went back home. Grandma and Eileen was coherent. And we talked about what happened. And that it's basically over. Eileen says she feels changed. And then they visited Grandpa's grave one more time. And they were like buddy buddy. And then they left. And that was the ending. W stinkin'... Oh, wrong one. W stinkin' game. W game. Oh man. It was intense, but it was good. And the beginning is really funny. I just didn't realize how intense the last day was gonna be. Oh my gosh. Right? That is so intense that I too did. Thank you guys for hanging out with me during this game. Holy shnikes. Know what I mean? Holy cow. That was a crazy game. Makes me happy that she got to see her grandpa one more time. Me too. It was so sweet. The only thing I wish they had added was her visiting her mom in the mental hospital. Because they never had closure with her mom. Now it's time for the gunk.
Yikes forever.
How long is the gunk? Yeah,